Hello guys and gals, and welcome to basically an overview of a new software that came out called Tank Inspector, which was made by Smelly River Productions or Smelly River Studios or something like that. Smelly River something or other. And in this first little bit I'll show you how to download it, and then I'll go through a little bit of the finer points of the actual software. So go to your internet browser of choice and type in Tank Inspector. And you're going to want to go to this one, the Tank Inspector going live on For the Record. Alright, and it will come up with a page like this. Got all this stuff. And you want to go to this website, Tank Inspector. I can't read today. And you want to click this large red click here to download. And it will give you a direct link to the download. You're going to want to go to your downloads and wait for it to download, and it's going to come in a file called STI and then the version. Currently it's version 1.004, so I'm then going to open up a like a RAR or any other thing, something that will open RAR files. I use 7-zip. I'll leave a link in the description for that, and I'll actually leave a link in the description to that website too, so you don't have to go through Google. But you want to find STI, and I've already downloaded, so I have two versions of it, but I'm going to open up this one. And if you're using 7-zip like me, you just highlight everything and copy to, and you're going to find a spot where you copy it to. I have under my games mods, I just made a folder for it. Copy it, move it in, alright, and go find it. Drive games mods, Tank Inspector. Alright, so now you've got all your stuff. You want to find the one that is the application of it and create a shortcut. I'm going to move it to my desktop, rename it Tank Inspector. If I spell that right, I'll figure it out later, but basically you're just going to double click it to start. Close that. And it's going to start connecting. I'm already logged in because I've done this before, but it's going to prompt you to log in. You don't have to use your World of Tanks account. I do not think. I didn't. I used my just whatever I wanted to. And you will come up to a page similar to this with, I believe, a random tank. I think mine was the M4 Sherman that started out with, but I'm not sure what it actually starts out with. And from just looking at it, you can see that there's a lot of stuff that looks cool. You've got a couple bars over here. You've got some reference, crew, all your equipment. You've got your whatever they're called, guns and stuff that you can equip on there. You can go over here and you can look at all the maneuverability, the survivability, everything. That a lot of hidden factors such as your economy. You can check out the average win rate on the server. You can look at a lot of stuff that see how they compare to other tanks. The Tortoise has a pretty average win rate, pretty good average experience, but a bad efficiency comparatively. So you can see the price, you can see a lot of stuff, but I think the first thing you guys are going to want to look at is one of the tanks you don't usually see. So to find a new tank, you just click on that and you get the tech trees and you get all these fancy tanks. So we are going to go check out the new German Tier 10 that was given out for the second version of the test, or not the test, the clan war things, whatever, the VK27201K, or as a lot of people in my clan call it, the fail low or the flow. And we can quick do a look at this. So as you can see, it looks a lot like a Löwe. the Tier 8 premium tank, and in fact it is a super heavy tank with a rear replacement turret developed by Crump, who was a vehicle to have strong armament and enhanced armor compared to the VK 7001. Existed only in blueprints, obviously. Basically, this is the Tier 10 that they gave out, and it is very effective from the front. It's got decent sides and stuff, but this thing is very effective from the front. So let's take a quick look at the first thing that you can do with this. Now this is a Tier 10, so there's only a couple Tier 10s you could do this with, but you can click on any one of these and you can choose a different, if they have different modules to set up, you can click on those and you can change the modules that this thing actually has. The gun it gets is the same gun, I believe, on the E100. If not, it's a very similar gun. It's high damage, low penetration, bad rate of fire. Basically what you expect from a big old 15 centimeter cannon. You can also see how much health a lot of these things have, your turret, like how much damage it takes to knock out your ammo rack, how much damage it takes to knock out your turret, your surveying device, or your observation device as it's called in game. You can check out your view range, your health, your traverse speed, the weight, anything on there just by hovering over, clicking on, looking at. I mean, this is a very, very cool program, I think, and it's completely free. I think that's the big thing, is it's completely free. That you can donate, and I'd highly suggest you do. Just click up here to donate. I sent over $5. I hope that helped, but I would have paid $20 for this thing. I mean, this is quite a program, to be honest. And I think that a lot of people will use this for this little button right here, and this toggles your armor. You can see what armors it takes. Like the model. There used to be a program out called Tank Viewer, I believe. I tried to get it working, but it took me forever, and I couldn't get it working. But this one is very, very easy to do. So basically, if you look at any of these things, you can click on these. I'll do that in a second, but you can see where exactly by the flashing light these armors are. So the first thing I want to show you is the cursor. When you look at it, turns into a little target, and you'll see that everything's flashing when I look at it, whatever armor it's basically this cursor is from whatever angle I'm looking at the tank with my whatever angle this is, and I aim at that. That's like me shooting in game, how much that would do. So you can change angles, you can change direction. And if you look down here with this equivalent NA, it'll change, and that's how much it would take to penetrate, how much armor effectively you have there. So if you look, if you have this tank at a like a 30-degree angle, you have almost the same between the two. Actually, it's more like right there. If you really are looking to find it where you want to get the perfect angle, this would be it. I mean, you've got 300 plus millimeters on both sides. I think that this is a really effective thing to look for if you're trying to figure out how to get your tank the most armor possible. If you're trying to figure out where to penetrate tanks, it's very effective at doing this stuff. It also gives you a lot of hidden stats, and I say hidden because they're not given on any like thing in game. You actually would have to go through and find them, and obviously Smelly River went in and found them. I'm not exactly sure how, but whatever they did, I thank them for. So we can also check and see in this, where is the 200 millimeters of armor. I can see that's right here behind the turret and right here on the front. Where is it 200 millimeters of spaced armor? Oh, it's right there. Where is it 40? Oh, it's right here on the tracks, 80. Where do I want to shoot 80? Oh, but it's at a silly angle, I mean, sure, you can hit that, but if it's, let's see, like head up, like right here, and you hit that, you're going to ricochet. I mean, it says right here equivalent. ricochet. It's too much of an angle for you to penetrate. Um, you can check a lot of things. You can load up different ammo if you really want to. I'm not exactly sure why you'd do that. I'm guessing it changes this, possibly. Yeah, it does. Looks like. Um, but you can, or maybe it's just to show what ammo you can choose and what the stats are. You can put on a, let's put a, doesn't have a spall liner? Oh, there it is. Put on a spall liner, improved vents, and toolbox or something. Alright, so it doesn't really change that much as far as armor goes, but APCR, 90mm heat, ooh. Wow, I don't know what, I've actually never seen this before. That's cool. Looks like you can change your ammo to a 30mm cannon, or a 30 caliber machine gun, I should say. Rather, it's probably on the Panzer 1C. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can put on some fire extinguishers or whatever just to see. You can change your crew to have, let's say, Sixth Sense, and this guy has armor, and this guy has clutch braking. How does that affect my firepower, my maneuverability? This all you can see. You can, like, if you have a tank, let's say that I've got a E75, all right, and I've got it completely maxed out. I'm apparently using APCR. I've got a spall liner, improved vents, and a toolbox on it, and I buy that and this is my tank. It's got Sixth Sense, it's got armor, it's got clutch braking, call for vengeance, and brothers in arms, let's say. Actually, let's do camouflage. How is that going to end up affecting my firepower? Like, what is it going to be? My damage, my accuracy, my everything. Everything is calculated out for you so you can quick see it. You can also quick check it between the other tanks of a similar build. If this is a tier 9 heavy tank, so this is all the tier 9 heavy tanks you can check it with. And I believe now it's somewhere is the you can compare it to something. I forgot where it was, but you can compare it to this IS-8 somewhere. I don't remember where it is. Possibly here? No. If I find it, I'll make another little part, but you can compare it somehow. I don't remember how. I did this a while ago. But basically that is it. Ooh, that's cool. It's got like 30 different hitboxes on the thing. Little cone right there. So we can also take a look at something that's a certain Mr. Jingles really enjoys, and hey, let's say I am fighting one of these and I want to know how to kill it. Well, right here there are two little hatches that are 40. That looks like I'll shoot at. Don't want to shoot there. That's still 58, 60 in that range right there. Definitely don't want to shoot here. Over here is not good either. But this side, these hatches, rear is not great, but I mean, yeah, I think that you use this for something like the Panzer 2J, where you're trying to find a tank that's hard to penetrate, or what's another tank that's nearly impenetrable? Ooh, T95, that's a good one. Let's take a quick look at the T95, and I'm just clicking and dragging to find everything, in case you're wondering how I did this. No, it's a T30, I want the T95. Click on that, T95, there it is. Alright, let's look at this bad boy. So, 300 here. I don't want to shoot at that. And let's say I don't want to see this thing where the spaced armor is. I just click this 0, and all the spaced armor is now blanked out, so I can see where all the actual armor is. So let's say I'm at the front because it's shooting at me. Where do I want to shoot it? Down here, like that angle. Down here, 270. I mean, that's quite a bit of penetration, to be honest. There's not a lot of things that can get through that. Do I want to shoot it right here? No. Mantlet? Of course not. If I shoot it over here, it's going to ricochet. If I shoot it up in the copula, it's 200 millimeters. Basically, from the front, the only thing you can hit is the copulas. From the sides, where am I trying to shoot? 240, 230, 140. Ooh, up here. I mean, you can see a lot of this stuff. I mean, obviously right in the back, but I mean, you can find out a lot of stuff just by looking at tank viewer. Like, where do I want to shoot this tank? Where do I want to shoot that tank? And I think that that is the big reason I will use it. If there's new tanks that come in the game, this will automatically update it. I do believe that this is basically just a giant calculations that it just puts in. So I sorry, you got the Japanese tree, and my guess is that it uses wielded tanks mostly for a lot of this tree stuff. So I mean, none of these have armor at all, to be honest. But I mean, if we want to look at the STB1, like, this thing has a very bouncy turret. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it's only 132 millimeters thick, but it's, if you're not shooting at this flat front part, and you're kind of shooting right here, and you slowly get to the outside, it just gets thick, thick, thick. 340, 350, 340. This mantlet right here you want to shoot at, surprisingly. The gun mantlet is the weakest part of this entire front turret. The hull, basically a joke. The sides, obviously a joke. But from the hull down position, just shoot at the mantlet, apparently, according to Tank Inspector. So that is about it. If you have any more questions, if you're having problems downloading it, it's really not that hard. But that is Tank Viewer. If you're ever wondering what a certain tank looks like, if you're ever wondering what a certain tank has as far as armor model, Tank Viewer is the way to see it. I mean, this is the M60, the one given out for the Tier 10, given out for the first. I don't even remember what they call it, like Conquest or something like that. The first, what is it? This I've never heard of before, but apparently this is in somewhere. That looks like a beast. I'm guessing that this is going to be the next giveaway tank. But I mean, look at this thing. Not great hull armor, but the turret. Oh, man, 400, 700. Where was that? Where's that 700? I saw it. I saw it. Somewhere right here. There's effective armor of 700. I definitely saw it. Trying to move around and find it, but oh my god, that was crazy. Oh, 500 somewhere around here, I think. Anyways, there's a 700. There's 500 over there. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. Does it have 100? Yeah, it's got the exact same 100s every other Russian Tier 10 medium, but I mean, that thing looks like a pretty fun pancake tank. One thing I would like to see is maybe like a height comparative. Maybe you click on something and it brings in a little, I don't know, a person or something just modeled in to show you the difference in height of it. Or maybe you bring in a mouse, or you can bring in an IS-8. I mean, maybe you bring in an IS-8 and you can put them side by side and see, how tall are they, how short is it, how do they compare as far as armor model. I think that'd be really cool. But as far as this thing coming out of beta just this last week, this is awesome. So if you enjoyed this, comment. Ooh, spectator. What is this? Is this thing super fast, I'm guessing? Maneuverability. Wait, what is this? What? They have a spectator tank? What? I've actually never seen that before. I mean, obviously it's a spectator, but that must be what they use for when they make those videos. And there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I'd highly suggest you check this out. If you've never seen the, I don't know, there's, if there's a tank you've been having trouble with penetrating, if there's a tank that you've been wondering why is my reload rate so slow, there's a lot of stuff you can do in this. Another thing, let's just go with this one quick. Your crew, you can change how good they are. And you can actually make them worse than they would ever be in game, because your minimum is 50 that you can get in game. I mean, you can make them 176. You can do whatever you want. I mean, this is very, very nice application, and I hope that people use this and donate quite a bit, because it's very cool. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and donate so that these guys can keep doing what they're doing, because it's awesome. So yeah, enjoy.